Well, today's the day. We are about to say Arrivederci to our little Fiat friend. And I think our new thing is coming down the driveway. He just tried to call me. But our cell phones have not been working today for some reason. So we'll get to let you see what we got here in just a second. You're all right. I sent you an email because our cell phones haven't been working this morning for some reason. It was no service and I couldn't get anything in or out. So
well, I don't know how long I'd had the email, but I just now responded to it because I left it like 8:30 this morning from the house.
I wondered what.
And luckily this time, my GPS brought me to the right place. Didn't take me to some dead-end road.
There you go. Probably just pull forward here and then we'll unload in here. Probably be about as easy. Ha ha ha! Looky here, another Fiat. Yep. Sweet. Oh yeah. Well, you asked about being on film, so here we are.
I told my buddies, I said, I'm going there. He said he's going to be filming. I said, you know I'm a ham. And both of them was like, you need to shut the hell up. It's his channel, not yours. Let's see.
So for everybody who may or may not have heard the story, I met viewer David here by selling him the loader off of that 1355, and he was going to put it on this tractor. And then we kind of got talking about how I didn't have one of these, and when I got the other 1365, he said let's swap. So that's where we are. So, oh man, you even got books.
I haven't brought you the manuals.
How about that?
You know more about Olivers than me, so maybe you can make heads or tails. I don't know what, man, if this tripod would do you any good with your GoPro, or what kind of mounting system you got, but I figured, I'll bring it. If you can use it to mount it on, give you a stable area.
That'd probably be good. I need some stability in my life. Oh, I'll set this. Yeah, so.
I think that's it. And then the grill here. I don't know what kind of butchery that the prior owner had.
Well, I think that those things that were in there were fiberglass. And I know where one's at. I just got to go get it.
Okay.
So I may be.
Yeah, this one down here had like 1/4-inch bars in it. They cut them out.
Well, see, that was probably done at Fiat, because that's what I discovered on those other ones. When they came to America, they sawed the bars out and Oliver put their own insert in it to look like the tractor. So that sawing is probably the factory sawing. But
and then the bottom, I know from looking at pictures online, this bottom has been hacked off. I don't know why. I don't even have a clue why. There's a toe point on the front.
That might have had.
That's supposed to be there by the pictures I've seen.
That's probably it. Somebody probably towed and hooked it at one point or another, and that might have that might have done her in, but.
And on these, right here's where the headlights go. I remember I emailed you once asking you about those headlights.
Yeah, because I got a set of them.
Oh,
so.
you do have a set now?
I got them at a, of all things, we went to a club meeting and people were supposed to bring things for a silent auction, and somebody brought a set of those Fiat headlights, and I got them for next to nothing.
And they're like shaped like a clam.
Yep. They're I can't remember what the name brand is. There's some Italian headlight, but yeah, that's why when you said trade, I thought, oh, I gotta have it now because I got those headlights, you know. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking as last resort, if I was going to have to do it, I was going to have to get just a regular set of round headlights and start forming a housing.
Yeah.
I did find them that Amazon sold them, but strictly over in Europe.
Yeah,
Fiat is still selling
They
them.
still make a lot of parts for their tractor. Somebody from Italy messaged me and he said, you know, they make sheet metal for these other ones and stuff over there yet. So said they're very good about keeping parts on hand. So.
But you got to be over there to get it.
Yeah, I know. The ship it, yeah.
So,
oh boy,
this is it. I think on that one email I told you everything. I mean, I've been using it.
Yeah, you sent me pictures of it, and I thought it looks pretty darn good. I mean, because a lot of these little things just did not survive. I mean, guys got fed up with them.
Yeah, I've been using it, you know, with my garden, with I run my cattle at. I don't have nothing like you. I've got a teeny tiny place. But I have a 7-foot Bueller finish mower that I pulled behind it. I'm thinking it ought to work fine behind the 1365. I mean, they're 50 horsepower tractors.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
Then I got a 5-foot wide gear drive tiller.
Okay.
It operates it fine. The 2-speed, that all works fine. Steering's a little.
That's the way they are on a lot of these. I think they were, from what I've read. So, but we're gonna learn some things because every time I get one of these, I learn something. So, yeah.
It runs like a clock. I mean, I'm sure you'll want to tweak it.
Yeah.
You'll want to tweak it. I think it's running just a little bit rich, but you might find something different.
Okay. Look at that.
An uneventful trip here.
Well, that's probably good.
No sadness.
Yeah, no sadness. Some days are worse than others, but
I've been spending my time working on my shop, building an addition to add as I call it, a new debauchery to it. Some place to process cattle or any other living thing that wishes to go in my freezer.
yeah, there you go. And I think we may just keep our own batteries because I'm not real sure about how good that one is. So if you this looks newer, so you might as well keep it, and then I'll
whatever.
I'm
easy.
Yeah. We'll load them up and swap them then, I guess, or whatever.
There is calcium chloride in here.
Okay.
I think they're probably at least half full.
Yeah.
Come on, you communist.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-speed transmission. That's interesting. That's an odd number. I mean,
Now, supposedly, I haven't tried it, but supposedly, whether you're in high range or low range,
you can get in high gear.
you're in high gear when you hit 7. I haven't tried it where I'm at. I have no.
You probably never need to
gear.
go on the road.
Yeah, to be a little safer, I borrowed my son-in-law's trailer.
Yeah, this fits on here just real real good. I mean,
mine actually, I think mine's got a little heavier load rating on it, but he's got, well, as sad as they look, his deck boards are better.
yeah. Well, if it's like mine, I mean, it sits outside all the time, so what are you gonna do? Oh, the mailman's coming now too. We got everybody coming in. He's probably happy he doesn't have to walk up to the house for a change because I'm standing out here. Let's set this over here and forget about it, probably. If I keep setting everything over here, there's a better chance I'll remember it after a while.
Yeah, the prior owner, you take that with a grain of salt. So he thought this
Injection pump?
injection pump had been rebuilt by a fella up in Greensburg.
Okay. I mean, it looks clean. It doesn't look like it's leaking everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
But
I did, this was leaking. I made a new gasket for it.
mm-hmm.
I also cleaned the screens in the hydraulic reservoir back here. I'm sure you'll want to
Check it out.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I will.
Don't
like
take my word.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we'll figure stuff out about it, I'm sure, as we play with it.
But I'll tell you, another thing I always thought looked odd, but right here, the top of the transmission is not,
mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's been cleaned up, rebuilt, what, but I mean, it's
Somebody's probably had it. I will say, though, that if anybody ever power washed it or anything, it probably knocked all the green paint off because the paint they used just was not very much. Anytime I've messed with them, I've taken off more paint, I think, than so. Even on the sheet metal, when I was waxing on that other one, you couldn't get too aggressive or you'd go through to what was underneath. So
yeah, I pressure washed it first thing when I got it home, but
I
don't think I knocked that much paint off.
It may have already been from previous, you know, but I mean, it's, what would this be, 60 years old probably by now? This is from the 1960s, so
or 69.
I was gonna say in that era, so
yeah, well, this
tachometer drive.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's Fiat.
yeah, it's a Fiat.
There's not much there to
It's
go
a Fiat.
off of. Yeah, but
It'll make that jump, or you got to put ramps down.
now with the
Little one.
little one, I might put him down. This. Come on, baby, don't make me look foolish. So what's the starting procedure on this feller? Turn the knob to the... That's it. There's no key on this.
Neither is that one. It's
Okay.
got a lever, but it's a different kind of lever.
Yeah, it's just like right here, turned all the way, counterclock off, first position, start, and then the rest of them's
Headlights. Yeah. That's the way the other one is.
Here's your push button.
Okay.
the oil pressure gauge does work. This thing runs right about 60, 65 psi.
It runs good.
The rest of them, well, this definitely don't work. And these two, I have not seen them to work. So
we'll figure it out.
This Fiat thing is supposed to be that differentiating rear end confabulation of Fiats. And I thought, well,
that's new to me. I'll have to read up on that.
Oh, the ampli-coupler.
Oh, the neutral high-low thing.
Yeah, but there's nothing to hook it up to, so I'm not. Now, I'm kind of an idiot on these, so.
Man, we'll figure it out. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough about them to know what's.
Well, here's the high and low range. This, the prior owner
put that on to help hold.
I don't know if he kept bumping it with his leg or what, so I thought, well, that's fine. I'll just leave it there. Then this has to do with these.
The remote valve. It's like on that other one, so.
And it works. The remotes work.
And yours does now too, after all my.
I know. And even a buddy of mine, Steve, says, "Well, man, you got video and everything on that one you're getting." And then, well, there's this. I mean, it's there, but it's
needs adjustment.
No, there's no rods. It's not hooked up to anything. I guess old boy thought if he didn't use it, he just took it off. And then there's all these other little levers and whatnot that I told you on the other mess.
This hydraulic unit is just like that other one, so this is like your draft sensitivity. I did make the video I put out today. At the end of it, I went through and talked about all the controls because I know you asked about that. So I told what little I know on that. But
and there's another one right here too.
That it regulates your draft sensing with the 3-point hitch. That one's got one too, but it's a longer lever. But in one position, it uses the top link to sense the draft, and in the other position, it lets you use the hand control. Okay. So that's how that works. See, the roller is not now, right now it's not on the, it jams this roller up against this plate and then it can get feedback from however.
Not really, you know, with my little place, it's not really something, excuse me, that I have to use much. Now my brother, my cousins, they own some huge farms, and I'm sure all that stuff is
important to them.
Important to them. To me, if it runs the Bueller and runs my plow, my bush hog, I'm good.
There you go. Well, let's swap your batteries here so you get the good deal there.
Yeah, just cut the cord or something. You want me to set this one up in there?
You can if you want.
Sure. I'll just loosely put them on there, and
there we go.
You decide what exactly you're wishing to do.
Sounds good to me. Yep. Works for me.
Well, I got the real, I was like, wow, really liking this thing. Daggone. Trying to find
stuff.
And I'd even sent a message to you on that, just, you know, the parts and filters.
Yeah, it's there's a place in Canada that you can get a lot of stuff from, but then you got to wait for weeks and weeks, and it's not something you just go to the local store and grab.
Yeah.
But anyway, this one works about the same way, except for it's got a key instead of that light switch. So you might as well climb up there and check her out. But you're going to want to tie the key to, tie something through the key and tie it to the steering wheel or something, because this will blow out in the wind. And then, anyway, first position, and then, oh, it's probably, got to have that in neutral for it to then left is start, which on this thing here. And then this also was, like you said, headlights. I put a horn in it. But, so first position and left gets it to start, and then that has to be in neutral. This is high and low, and then this is your 4 gears in reverse, and then parking brake, power takeoff clutch, which when you want to put the power takeoff on, you lift this up, then you shift this over, and then you put this back down to start it. Well, what I'm saying is, and that's in that video in case you forget, but the point is, you don't want to run with this up all day. You want to run with this lever down. Otherwise, well, you can push it and shove it down. Push down. Because that's like stepping on the clutch pedal when that's up. And if you leave it up, it shoves everything forward and it'll start to eat that thrust bearing out of the engine. So that was a common death to these tractors. So
I'll definitely keep that in mind. But
yeah.
I'm going to probably watch your video.
Yeah. All right. So high and low, high is down, low is up, and then your gears are here. So. And you're gonna put your high and low in something. Pull it down. There you go. Probably need your ramps, I guess, huh?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and back it on. Add the other. Come on. There you go. I think now your fuel stop is down here. Oh, okay.
And then, like I said, take this out and put that in your pocket. I just tied mine to the steering wheel with a piece of string so it hangs there if it blows out. But yeah, you're right over the axle, so I think you're good. Just don't step in that. Yeah, find the hole in the floor. A little nerve-wracking there, huh?
I should have just pulled on straight to start with. That one backing on was a snap.
Well, you were used to it. This one you're not used to yet. So.
Yeah. You got a tight little clutch on.
Yeah, every tractor's different. You just got to get used to them. But
I can get them, man.
yeah, I'll help you, and you can do the strapping.
Brakes on this are these discs, or are they?
They're in the like in the axle.
Okay.
Here, so,
okay.
but you can adjust them down under here. You know, there's adjusting nuts and stuff you can mess with.
Alright, cool.
Like I said, if it lays down on you, don't hate me, because I don't know any more about it than you do. I've only owned it for a month.
I'm hoping you don't have any issues with that one over there either.
Well, I don't have any. Here it is.
Oh.
It's down there. I kicked it, I guess. No, I'm not. They're both old tractors, so I'm not. If anything happens to either one, I don't have any hard feelings, you know.
My plow's an old 2-bottom Dearborn.
Uh-huh.
Ends on her so short, they wouldn't hardly go through them balls. And I thought about replacing them, but they're an integral part
And
of
see,
the
this
frame.
one is replaceable. You can take these out and swap in different sizes. The holes in that are category 1 like holes, but like what that top link was it was category 1 on one side and category 2 on the other side. I will say, if you get one for this, they do make extra long ones, and if you have to buy one, that's probably what I would buy, because if you use the regular one, you got it's pulled pretty far out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the geometry they used was, I guess, different than over here or something. But yeah, it seems to be a good one. I mean, it's
I'm
like
liking this. I mean,
it's a manageable size. It's a little
good
more
size for my
it's
place.
a little more nimble than that probably, and you got more adjustability. Like I said, if you want to move the wheels, you can, you know, fool with that.
The front end loader might fit this.
Yes, it should, because it came off something exactly like this, so it should go right on.
It ended up, I measured the arms for the bucket assembly, and they were too narrow. I thought, okay, well.
Yeah, see, that bucket didn't come with that frame, so.
Right.
know.
But I mean, the arms themselves,
Yeah.
you know, hook onto the bucket. They
And
just
see, then
too narrow.
this one, if you take off those yellow brackets, that other set of brackets should bolt right on those holes. Those yellow brackets, somebody had a loader on this tractor too, but these are different kind of brackets. But that one you got, it'll fit in those 2 holes and bolt right on, and then your main part of the loader will go on here just as easy as can be, because it came off the same thing. I mean, same frame, you know. So it can be done. I mean, it's just like anything.
Yeah, and then that front plate.
You can make anything fit anything if you're patient enough, you know.
Yeah, I got all my welders and.
I don't know, do we want to set the battery in the truck too so it doesn't bounce out? Because I don't have.
Yeah, maybe might be best. Once in a while, somebody has to save me from myself.
Now the
Usually, I got the old lady to do that. But
here. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of ratcheting.
I'm on it. Good.
So I think we're both happy.
Right.
And
I'm ecstatic.
And he said he will let us know what becomes of it. He said this winter he'll probably pull it in and give it the paint job everybody was hoping that it got. So it'll be back to work and saved from the scrapyard where it was headed for. So
that's right. This will work good. This will be a good use on my little place. It'll be the perfect size for my little pile of equipment.
All righty. Well,
all right, man.
Good luck to you. See ya.
Good dealing with you.
Yep.
And I'll keep watching your video.
All righty. Thank you.
I'll have to see when you have something else you want to sell.
All righty.
Video me backing out.
No, I'll turn the camera off so they don't have to see that. See you later.
See ya.
Well, Arrivederci, Fiat. Good luck in your new life. Now, let's go play with our new toy. Or at least look at it. We may not play with it. We took the top link off. He didn't bring the top link along. He said, I figured that we'd just keep our own. So, this is category 2 tractor, so I need to get a category 2 top link out. The pins here are even bigger, whereas the other tractor, category 1 on one side, category 2 on the other side. But I'm happy. Some people are probably going to say, oh, this is not a good trade, you know. But like I said, this is one that I don't have, and I'm not in the habit of having a whole slew of the same thing. I don't think I can do this whilst I'm holding the camera. Okay, we're gonna have to do some work on that grill. But like I said when he was here, I think I know a guy who's got one of the panels, and I think it's the biggest panel, which is good. So I gotta go get that sometime. He's been wanting me to trade parts with him, and now I have a use for it. Yeah, I mean, I thought it ran pretty good when he unloaded it. It smoked a little, but you know, so did the one I got rid of. Cool. He's got the service manual for it, so we can read up on it. Copy of the operator's manual. So we will figure all that out. Yeah, you can look at it and see that it is very familiar in some regards. The hydraulic unit is just identical, that part we took off there. So I've got a better lever then than this one, so we can swap that piece out if that's how it works. I'm trying to remember if that one will come out on this side of that or what. It's got a high and low transmission. That's low, or yeah, high is down I guess and low is up. And then amplicouple, he said, is not hooked up. And that sounds, when I hear amplicouple, I'm thinking Moline Dan might be the person who knows. Maybe that's just, I think that was a Moline thing, amplicouple, but it may not be anywhere made like this. That might have just been the name they gave it. I have no idea, you know, what we'll find with that, but that'll be something to investigate. He said that, I think I'm gonna stick this in here so I don't drive off and lose it. Yeah, that'll hold it there until we lose it and run over it. I forgot what I was saying. This looks like our power takeoff somehow. Maybe. I don't know. We got a lot of learning to do on this model, as it is different. And they were not very well regarded. People just did not care for them. But you know what? I care for them because, like I said, it's one I don't have. So we'll have to figure out what's missing on that ordeal. Parking brake lever. This should be the same. Okay, I kept having trouble with the camera shutting off for being too hot, and I didn't end up getting the footage in this section, but what I'm talking about is that the 1450 is basically the same tractor as the Fiat 615. You can see here a picture of one and how similar they are, and I will do a video later on, like I said, about the different models and different things like that. But in the next clip here, I kind of went off on a tangent about the Fiat 411R, which is an earlier tractor, and they actually made it as a cockshut too, and I think it's a neat looking little thing. It's ugly as sin, but definitely something different, and I wouldn't mind finding one of those at some point in the future. Fiat 411R. And if you've never seen one of those, I'd kind of like to find one of those too, because they sold them as a cockshut 411R, and it was a goofy looking little thing, but the sheet metal was way more, or I should say way less refined. I thought it was interesting when we looked at that all the bars had been sawed out, just like on the later ones, grills. So anyway, I can't stand it anymore. I got to take it for a drive. So I'm going to set these books down. We'll put them on the old steel wheel 60. We need to get this fired up and drive it again. We're almost not mad at it now, so. All right, he put on, I think I should have got on from the other side. He put a little step on it. Sweet. Okay. Now, He said, you turn this to S, and then my battery's too dead to turn it over. That's why I didn't want to. Shoot. Okay. You know, I got to think about this, because for some reason I was thinking that these were 24 volt. And maybe that is my trouble. The 1250 was 24 volt. So, I'm gonna have to investigate that some more too. Let me go get the little escape and some jumper cables, and we'll get it started and we'll take it for a drive. Yeah, I didn't want to give him the battery that I knew was starting to lay down, so escape time. All right, we're putting a lot of faith that it's not going to run us over either, because we know nothing about it, but come on. All right, let's let it sit and charge the battery a little bit. Let's sit here in the air conditioning. Introduction. Batteries. Checking electrolyte level. There's 2 batteries in that picture. Prestolite batteries nonetheless. Checking. It looks like 2 6 volts in the picture, because they got 3 caps on them, if this is to be believed. It might just be that my battery's junk, because it was getting to where it would just barely start that 1365. Might just need to charge it up. How about something that says what voltage it is? Operation. Battery voltage 12, 2 6 volts in series. Okay, I guess it's the 1250 that's 24 volt. I just need to get me a lot better battery than what I got. That's my bad. All right. Well, I'm just not having no luck. All right, let's try this again. Come on and run so I can love you. Aw. Yeah, my battery just ain't up for this task. Trying to figure out what I could rob one out of to make it go, or if I just have to be patient and charge it up and try to drive it when I get home. That may be what I have to do. I also see that my exhaust pipe situation is not very good, so I will be making one of those at some point. It's supposed to be more straight, but it's also rotted out down there, so we'll tackle that at some point. But yeah, it's a cute little feller. It just doesn't want to play with me right now for some reason. I'm gonna have to, I looked in the books, and I'm gonna have to figure out what's what, but it looked to me like this setup here used the same setup like what was on the other tractors, with that tube and the lever out the other side, but with these it looks like it would interfere. So I'm gonna have to figure out, maybe that used a taller set of tabs to get it up over here, and then we could use that other thing, because I don't like this affair there, and then this I don't know. I think everything's been a little bit tweaked on. This, he took the thingamajig is loose. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll let this cook a while and see if we can't get it. I suppose while we're waiting, we'll take a look at these I dug out. Like I told him, I got these on a silent auction of all things. And yeah, they're gonna make the little feller look just as cute as a button. We just gotta get this. I'll probably have to put the torch to this just gently to heat those. Get them loose and clean it up. And then I assume that, I'm not really sure, I have to look in the parts book, maybe it'll show how they go through there, if both nuts go on the back side or if it's like the nuts sandwich it between that piece of metal back in there. It might become more clear once we do it, but I'm thinking that we got us something there. But I think I only gave like 15 bucks for those, and I didn't even have a use for them at the time. But you don't turn down parts at 15 bucks. I mean, it was helping the club out, so you know, it might have been 20 bucks or 25, but the point remains, I can't pass up a deal like that, even if I don't have the tractor they fit on yet. But I do now, so, and they're near perfect. So we'll have to fix on them and make them part of this little feller. All right, can we play now? No! Wow. It's so close, come on. Hopefully I'm not doing something wrong, am I? Yes, I bet I am. No? I wonder if you're supposed to, see, to shut it off, he went that way, right? So I'm wondering if you're supposed to be able to do that by just kicking the throttle down. No? It's got a lost link in it. Huh. I don't know. I just need a better battery. Man. Okay, all I had to do was not film it, and then it started right up. All right. Wonder what that light is. We'll have to read the book. All right, reverse. Let's have reverse. Boy, that's got to be low range that we're in there. Let's see about high range. Yeah. We're a high range kind of guy. That would be 4, 5, 6. Let's try 6. Ooh. Now that seems slow. Now that has to be, I think we're in low range. Okay, he was telling me that it's like to find that should be 6, but it's not because we're not in the right range. Let's go up. Ooh, that's even slower yet. That's got to be like 5th. Okay, let's find 6th. crawling into this lid to figure out what's wrong. There. There's 6. Okay, let's try 7. There. Our muffler is about to do a delete. There's 6. Oh, well. Okay, well, it runs. That's good enough. We need to get a better battery for sure. We need to get a better battery, and we need to work the thing, because I think it's wet stacking, which would explain a lot of that there. Tractors do that, diesels especially, if they just don't really do very much hard work. So we're gonna go with that anyway. I'm happy with it. I think it's very comparable condition to what he got, as far as, you know, it ain't perfect, but neither was the one that I traded off. So yeah, I do see some stuff that's missing and will have to be located, like I said, linkages and stuff. I'm not sure what the parts situation will be in salvage yards for a 1450, but it's worth a try. Oh, I see my air cleaner cup is not there. I wonder if it fled the scene on the trip down here. That's interesting. And I bet you that the 1350 65 one won't fit it. That would be too simple, wouldn't it? So we'll find that. We won't do a lot with it anyway, until then. But we'll make it more better, and we'll make it where it starts and runs easily. And we'll get a good battery that will run instead of using these junkyard batteries. And we'll make a better exhaust system that is not leaning back and rotted out. And we'll figure out all this gadgetry and try to make it more better. That thing ain't doing nothing, so we got to figure out, you know, how much sadness is involved in messing with that. We'll probably just not worry about it too much. But yeah, it's something different. I'm the only one in the neighborhood who's got one, so, you know, take that for what it's worth. Not really sure how the PTO situation works, or doesn't work, either way. We'll figure that out someday. The book is not clear, but it's like anything else. It's one I didn't have, and also we are going to learn some things, and I like learning things. Because it is foolish, friends, to be on YouTube and act like you're an expert on every single subject known to man and criticize people when they try to give you feedback. So, you know, I don't know everything about this, and I'm gonna learn, and that's the way it'll be. So we'll leave it right there. Yeah, I'm happy, and I think he was happy, so that's all that matters. I guess I should throw in some quick feedback about driving it. It drives good. The gear selector thing is much, much different than the other Fiat. So, you know, you can tell that they kind of refined their design by that point. So it takes some getting used to. It has a tremendous throw on the difference in the gears. Like the middle two, 1 and 2, are over here, but then the other ones are all the way to the outside, and then you can't get it out of gear again standing on the ground. So yeah, you know how that goes. Yeah, so anyway, it drives good. I can't complain about that. Comparable situation on tires. So, you know, like I said, we're both happy. So I'm hoping that the other one does good for him, because I know nothing about it other than, you know, what we discovered along the way, because I just got it a month ago. So that's cool. But I got something here that nobody else in the neighborhood's got one of, and that's kind of neat too. As always, if you enjoy the videos, give them a thumbs up and leave a comment. That stuff doesn't cost you a thing, but it really helps me out a bunch. You can say whatever you want. You can tell me you like it. You can tell me you hate it. You can tell me I'm an idiot and I ruined your life today by, you know, watching this video. That's fine. Any of that stuff will help the channel no matter what. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.